He was running a fever yesterday. Actually had to go to the doctor, and then he texted me last night, said, it's not happening.
His never touch above the shoulders with his fingers thing must not have worked.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's been having allergy issues because he leaves a damn window open at night, and all the pollen comes soaring into his house. But
this is no time for camping.
Yeah, this is not a time for that. Dan, I may be in the forest and I can't see the trees. So I need you to help me with this.
Okay.
Because the Shreveport City Council has approved a garbage fee, $7 a month.
Tax.
4 to 3 vote.
Tax.
Tax, yeah, thank you very much. The green tax, we're calling it. He doesn't much like that, but that's okay. It goes into effect with the May 1st. May 1st, you'll see it on your June bill.
Water bill.
Yeah, your June water bill.
Another thing on my water bill.
Yeah, if you don't pay it, they're going to shut your water off. That's how it's going to work. Got to pay the dang bill. Those who voted for it, I'll just call them out. John Nicholson, James Green, Willie Bradford, and Jerry Bowman. Lavette Fuller, Grayson Butcher, and James Flurry voted no. They also agreed to set up an enterprise fund for the sanitation department. But this tax only generates $5 million. The sanitation department costs about $8.5 million. So it doesn't fully fund the enterprise fund. So you still have to subsidize it.
I hate that word.
I know. But my big question has been, if you free up $5 million from the general fund, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to use that $5 million you now have in the general fund? What are you going to do with that money that you now don't have to use to pay for sanitation? And we haven't been hearing much about that.
No, because this is a mega shell game.
Right. But I was listening very closely yesterday, and I want you to tell me if I'm right or if I'm in the forest and I can't see the trees.
You want me to listen very closely today?
Yes, because I heard 2 different answers given yesterday about where the money was going.
By the same person?
No, by 2 different people, 2 important people.
Okay.
I heard the chief administrative officer, Shreveport Fields Jones, give one answer about where the money's going. Then I heard Mayor Adrian Perkins give a different answer.
Oh, so these people are on the same team.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But I heard them say something different. But maybe I didn't. Matt thinks I'm overthinking it. I want you to tell me if I'm overthinking it.
Well, I'm the king of overthinking,
Okay.
so here we go.
This is Shreveport Fields Jones telling the council about how the $5 million will be used.
The amount of money that becomes available to the general fund is contingent upon the amount of the fee that is passed. Whatever that amount is, of course, as the mayor mentioned in his original op-ed, the funding would go first to fund a raise for the solid waste workers. That is the first priority. Any remaining balance would go toward the gap that we currently have between revenues and expenditures. Right now, as we know, we're spending a little bit, about $6 million over what we're bringing in revenue. So that's going to help to reduce that gap so that we don't have as much money that's going out in a negative balance.
Okay, we're spending $6 million more than we have coming in.
In revenue.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
So this is going to fill that gap of money that we're spending. Okay.
This is the CAO. She's the money lady.
She knows
Smart
about
lady.
the money. Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to spend $400,000 for the sanitation pay raise, and let's say it's $500,000. Just round it up.
Right.
And now you're going to have $4.5 million that you're going to fund the gap in revenues to expenditures. Correct?
Yeah, but what I heard, I'm going to hear the other cut, so I don't get too confused with what you're trying to get at.
And now, a little bit later in the meeting, Mayor Perkins talked about how the money was going to be spent.
Somebody earlier was asking where the money is going. It's very simple, just 2 places. To the sanitation workers, public works, to take care of our trash pickup, and whatever is remaining will go in the reserve. Whatever is remaining from the money that we used to subsidize will go to the reserve.
Do you hear something different?
Not really.
You don't?
Not really. What I hear in a nutshell is a little bit of the money is going to go for the garbage workers.
We
and the
agree.
sanitation department.
We heard that from both.
And that amount of money is minuscule, I think.
Right,
by
400
comparison.
grand, yeah.
And if you break it down, it's really small. But anyway, then the rest is going to go to what we really wanted this fund for, is to put money because we don't have enough taxpayer money. We wanted to hit them up for some more to pay the garbage system, like we're subsidizing it. Mm-hmm. But we don't subsidize it because it's an essential government function that the taxpayers are already paying for. But we need more money. So we had a revenue shortfall, which is basically we don't have enough money. So we're coming back to the cookie jar, But that's both of them are saying the same thing.
No, I don't think so.
How so?
If Chirica Fields Jones is saying we're spending $6 million more than we're taking in.
Right. For the garbage people.
No, just overall.
Just overall.
Right now, our budget is out of balance by $6 million, is what she said.
But we want you to make it up with this hocus pocus shell game.
But that means that this $4.5 million that's coming in is not going into the reserve. It's going to bring our revenues back in line with what we're spending. Do you not hear that like me?
Well, I mean, I can see that interpretation.
It sounds different to me.
I think what Miss Chirica and what Adrian are saying is the same thing.
No.
Adrian's answer is just the super simple form,
right?
Because if we have a shortfall, when you pay your bills, where does your money come out of? Your bank account, right?
Yes.
So we're just putting this money into the bank account.
No,
but
she's
it's
saying
all
we're spending $6 million more than is bringing in.
She is
right?
saying we're spending. Our government is spending more, so we need more from the taxpayers.
So that means no money's going into the reserve.
Well, but it's all if they got the $18, then they could fully fund everything they're currently doing, and then they could put some money aside because we have more than we need. But if the shortfall is $1 million or $5 million or whatever, you're right. I mean,
not a penny's going into the reserve. The way she says it.
Well,
not a nickel.
It's not inconsistent with what he said, but he
says it's going in the reserve. No, it's going to balance the budget. My bank account I'm bouncing checks, is what they're telling me.
Yeah, we're spending more than we're taking in. It's what the city of Shreveport's saying.
So not a penny goes to the reserve. Correct?
It all depends. If they don't get the amount of money that they forecast, then they start shutting a bunch of people's water off, or somebody litigates this with them and stops them from taking this money, or shutting people off. I mean, this has the outcome that may not be balancing everything. It's kind of like, I came to do this job, but I don't have enough money to do it, so I need you to give me some more. Oh, well, wait a minute. I didn't ask for enough. I did ask for enough, but you didn't give me enough, so I'm going to come back. There's going to be more, something else later. We need more money.
Oh, they're coming back. Trust me, they're coming back.
So to that point, I agree with you.
Okay, I just heard something different from both of them, and
It's consistent, but it's different.
So will there be more money in the reserve
I don't,
June 1st? No.